Good afternoon again. Ralph Hartman, thinking about the idea of becoming a write-in candidate for Congress. As I said earlier, back by the time December of '84 arrived, I believed that I was being followed by some kind of a gay rumor of some kind, and some of the comments I heard made me worry that they were also conspiring against our government. But I didn't have any. I didn't have any information. I didn't know of any conspiring. I didn't know of any specifics. I didn't know of any individuals. Didn't know of any names or anything. But a lot of tension was being put at me that was really noticeable. And so one day I got kind of worried about it, and I called the FBI in Tampa and said, I believe I'm being stalked by some kind of a conspiracy following me from Orlando. So I ended up being referred to the federal building in Sarasota, and where I drove to them one day. Well, actually, I shouldn't have, but I drove to them while I was working and driving the van of the bottle shop. And I went upstairs and spoke to a particular agent, and he got a yellow legal pad to note. But when I didn't really have any names or any specific information, he just smiled and he says, I can assure you that if anything like that was continuing, we'd know about it. So anyway, I walked away, and I just really didn't know of anything. I just was experiencing a lot of tension, and there was some kind of rumoring or whatever that was, kind of widespread, though I didn't really hear any specifics. So anyway, the timing and the particular concern, when I didn't know that there was any monitoring of me or whatever, is that there became even more stress and more tension, and there is so much detail that I can't elaborate much. But this is specifically to mention a clue I learned of, only about starting maybe about 10 years ago. I'm really respectful of the law, I'm not. I have interests on behalf of the people's day-to-day security, but I wouldn't have ever aspired to actually be a regular patrol policeman. I respect that people have those interests for the people, and when they're really for the people's safety, it's very important and good work. But sometimes there's mix-ups. When there's elected officials, sometimes there's hidden corruption and hidden agendas. I don't know of any actual details or names particularly, but what I wanted to mention is that what I thought of as possible clue, the sheriff's helicopter, everyone sees the sheriff's helicopter flying around. I'm just saying that about 10 years ago I noticed that it was sometimes carrying a big flat pod on the bottom, and one day it flew, I think I was out in the Cattleman Road area, when the copter flew over at a standard altitude, not too low, but low enough that I noticed, does it even have, it looks like the pod on the bottom even has pinstripes on it, narrow pinstripes, makes it look like a mattress. So anyway, I'm thinking about it, and could that possibly be something like, there's something in your pants, maybe somebody, the pilot probably doesn't know, and probably not many others, but maybe somebody was saying, if we have something that reminds him of a mattress, that's going to trigger a memory. And I'll tell you what the memory is. Back in 1982, I was living in an apartment complex on Curry Ford Road in Orlando, just east of Cimarron Road, a distance away from a Kmart shopping center where I worked in 1978. And anyway, I had a nice apartment there, second floor apartment. I was paying the rent all right and everything. I had a car that was about a year and a half or 2 years old. And but some strife had started that I didn't really understand the details of. And it started with what it was a terrible medical malpractice, a real smear campaign that I didn't learn the detail of until after nearly 20 years passed. But in '82, at that time in November, I had decided I'm not really having any fun anymore, some kind of rumor has started, apparently accusing me of being a gay, when I knew I was always being normal. You know, there wasn't any time that I ever behaved other than normal. I just don't. I don't go around speculating about others. I don't go around persecuting or anything, but I'm just saying that personally I did. So it was a real hurtful experience, So anyway, I had a couple of $1,000 saved, and my mom and my little sister lived over in Holmes Beach. And the Holmes Beach area, Lombok Key area, looked like there's a lot of nice places to go out to at night. So I thought, why don't I just quit my Disney World job and move to Holmes Beach? So anyway, I got a rental a storage warehouse out on Cimarron, and put most of my belongings in it. But what wouldn't fit in it is my bed. So when I couldn't fit the bed in the storage facility, and even if I could carry it in my car, I wouldn't need it because I wasn't going to have a rental of my own for some time yet. So one day I just carried it out to the dumpster in front of the apartment complex building. As I carried it out, I saw a uniformed deputy exit the nearest other building, the complex, walking out to his car. He didn't say anything, he was just smiling, and I'm thinking maybe he's going to wonder about why I'm throwing this bed into the dumpster. Well, the reason I threw it into the dumpster is exactly as I said, because it wouldn't fit in the storage facility, and because I wasn't going to have a place to put it in, and because I wouldn't be able to carry it in my car, So anyway, apparently what happened is the very sneaky, subversive William B. Love, the former stepfather, connected the discarding of the bed to the medical malpractice accusation that I elaborated about before. Started at a clinic, Lake Underhill area, just south of Colonial Drive, just west of Cimarron. I don't remember the name of the place. But, it accused that there was a stain of another man on the corner of one of my eye, on the corner of my left eye. So anyway, I've already spoken about that. It was an incident of I was only alone at home. And I like the beautiful photography of fashion ladies. So anyway, they accused me of doing something terribly that I was they were accusing me of doing something terribly sloppy with a man and running away from the land of it. But gosh, they were exactly wrong. So anyway, that's one detail of the transition from living in Orlando that I wanted to mention that I might not have mentioned before. Again, I'm hoping everyone's having a good day.